Hi everyone, this is Himanshu and today video is just an informational video on the 221G H1B stamping process. So if you have received or if you are going for a H1B visa to India to get a stamping on your passport, I would highly recommend to consult with your immigration authorities and immigration lawyers about what supporting documents are required and prepare a file of that document and review those before you go for a Dropbox or an interview appointment. So what recently happened with me was I went to India for my H1B stamping and initially I got a 221G. I was issued a yellow slip which mentioned that I need to resubmit my pictures. So initially I had submitted a picture, so I was kind of unclear why they are asking about picture resubmission. And when I was there at the Delhi consulate, I saw that while dropping off the documents, they were very particular about how your picture is and if it is meeting the specification as set by the US embassy. And to me it was a little shocking at first because the picture I had was as per the US specifications. So I had no idea why there was a resubmission of photo was. So I submitted a photo again, and after my photo was submitted, I waited for another 1 to 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks I received that my passport is ready for pickup. So when I went to receive my passport, I saw that I had been issued another 221G, so another yellow slip, and this time they were asking for a I-797 document. So if you don't know, I-797 document is your visa document which you get from US government when you are in the States, and I-797 document is your most important document. So I had initially submitted all these documents, so it just blew my mind that why they are asking for these documents again and again. I have already given these documents. So anyway, I just submitted a copy of that document. After around 10 days, I received another notification that I have received my passport is ready for pickup, and I went in and I collected my passport. So if you go to travel.state.gov, you can see what different types of 221Gs are. You might be issued a white slip, or you might be issued a pink slip, or you might be issued a yellow slip. So there are different types of 221Gs, and each depends on what kind of documentation is required in your case. So if you just simply go to travel.state.gov, in there you can click on the what does a refusal under section 221G mean, and click on this 221G of the Immigration and Nationality Act. Up here, if you scroll down, you can see what are the different grounds on which US government decide to issue you a 221G. It could be health related ground, it could be a criminal related ground, it could be security related, they need further documentation for that. It could be a public charge, it could be labor certification, it could be illegal entrance and immigration violation, it could be documentation required. So this was something which I fall under, where they needed additional documentation. In most of the cases you will see, if everything is correct on your part, you will see you will fall under number 7, which is documentation required. In many cases there could be pictures required, there could be some kind of document which you had initially not submitted, or they didn't took it initially from you when you did the Dropbox or interview, or if they need any further additional documents from you just to verify what kind of job you're doing in the States, or just to verify your employer, who your employer is in the state, what they do, what is the company, what does the company do in the state, all these things. So that fall into documentation requirement. And another thing which I would suggest, somebody at the consulate, when I was there for submission of my document for the second time, somebody suggested me that also attach all your document to support-india@ustravel.com. So if I can show you my email, this is what I did. I just attached all the documents and whatever my concern and query is. Whenever you email them to support-india, they are pretty quick in their response. You will get it in between 1 to 2 days, and what they do is they attach your question to your application tracking system, where you can go and track your application. At the same time, you will see questions you have and what the answers were given. And if you attach all the document, I'm not sure if they are picking the documents from here or not, but if you attach documents in your PDF format, this is something which I was suggested to do at the consulate by somebody there, but I'm not suggesting this as a standard process, but this is something which if you get a 221G, which I hope you don't, you can try doing it, that attach all your documents which are required, so that if they require any further document, they might have a copy from there, and or they can just download the file from there. And I wanted to share this experience because I know when you get a 221G, it's a scary time, because you are unaware about how much time will it take to process this. So the administrative processing time is 180 days. If you call them and ask about, hey, I got a 221G, now I'm just calling to see what is the status of my application, they will tell you 180 days simply. Or you might hear this, at least to me, they told me 180 days. So I would say do not get discouraged from that. If your documentation is only a missing document, and if you have provided the missing document, it will be resolved earlier than that. In my case, in both the cases, in both 221Gs, it was resolved within 11 to 12 days each, which definitely increased 4 weeks time for me additional. And while this happened, I was also in touch with the employer and also in touch with my immigration lawyer here in US, and both of them supported me. So I would say do not get discouraged or do not be afraid of this. I know it's a little scary time. You start thinking why this is happening and where did I go wrong? I submitted all the documents correctly. So that is it for today. I hope this video was useful, and if you have any follow-up question, please leave comments in the section and I'll make sure that I answer to those. Also share it among who you think will find this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching.